everyone here probably first met you in the office.
Yeah, maybe so.
But there was a bit of backstory before we got there.
I got to the office, actually, via... I had done a sketch show that Ricky Gervais wrote on, a sketch show called Bruiser.
How tightly scripted was the office? I mean, did you have room to play with it, or did you...
You did have room to play with it, yeah. That doesn't mean I'm going to take a co-write or push for it. Oh, it was improvised. It wasn't improvised. It was a scripted comedy, but also Ricky and Stephen were smart and generous enough to allow you to be loose with it.
We should get to Sherlock.
OK.
It's actually something you come to expecting one thing. You expect it to be a comedy or you expect it to be a whodunit, but actually incredibly poignant moments.
Yeah. What I was really struck by when I read the first episode was just how smart it was and how funny it was and exciting. You know, it really moved along at a great pace.
I think Mark Gatiss said that the character, the way he played Sherlock changed after you were cast. I'm feeding you here.
Not my words. Your job is to react. You know, that old adage of acting is reacting is completely true. Unless you know how to receive something and change accordingly, then there's no good to anyone, you know. Because if someone's giving you A, B, and C, and you're busy playing F, G, and J, then it's pointless. You have to be listening.
¿Quién eres tú? Don Listillo Sábelo Todo, un hombre de éxito viviendo por su cuenta y sin que nadie le espere en casa.
And then something else which got a bit of a reaction, The Hobbit. This is a mega project.
Yes.
You know, 3 mega films with
Yes.
mega expectations. I mean, was it an easy yes?
No, it wasn't an easy yes, but for reasons more of family than anything else, actually, just for practical reasons. All around me, people going, well, of course it's, yeah, of course it is. And yeah, I can see why they were saying that, but it's like, well, I had 2 young children, and I wanted that all to work, you know, so that was why it was a difficult yes. Again, it wasn't because of the fandom thing. It wasn't because of the legacy in literature and films. It genuinely wasn't that. It was, Christ, how am I going to make this work for my family?
And throughout your career, you've sort of flip-flopped between film, TV, and theatre as well. Do you have a kind of first love out of those 3 disciplines, and are they different?
They are quite different, but again, as I say, I think your job is always the same. Your job is to make the audience just believe for the duration of the play or the film or the television episode, just to believe you're that character. That's it. When I haven't done a play for a while, I'm desperate to do a play. And sometimes filming drives me up the frickin' wall. I mean, because sometimes the monotony of it. Oh, we're going again. Okay, we're going again, Christ. You know, it's like filming, walking up a hill 56 times or something, you know. But then the monotony of doing a play 8 times a week for months and months. That's why I quite like keeping on the move and being a moving target and doing a bit of that and then a bit of that, and it keeps me sane. Otherwise, I just sort of feel like I atrophy. You know?
I'm so sorry that we have run out of time. Thank you so much, Martin Freeman.
Thank you very much.